Over with.
Done. Sour and sick. That's perfect time.
Ready?
Ready?
Yeah, I'm congested, but I'm good.
Yeah, we appreciate you for real.
I brought you a cough drop right there.
You did. You know what? I was gonna save it for the third one, but you know what?
Yeah, don't take it right now.
Oh, knock this out. Let's say seize the day. I'm gonna go.
Seize the day.
Yeah.
It feel better. All in show.
All in show.
I don't know why they all on me like this. Part
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Yeah.
With the legend.
With the legend.
And Broke Dusty. Yeah, he here.
Yeah, we here.
Living legend.
You gotta introduce yourself again real quick.
Land.
Portia Mittons. From Kankakee. I won't say born, but raised in Kankakee.
Sure.
This is home. I'm not from Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm from Kankakee.
Kankakee,
Wait,
man.
When they ask me.
From the Keys.
Even though she got an Android, she from the land. So, we're going to let her slide today.
You gonna let me slide today?
Yeah, man. You got to sit right up. Man, that's crazy.
You don't like looking at it?
That's all right. She a legend. So
A lot of people like it, though.
It's cool. It's cool.
So, you came today to do a little teaching for us.
A little bit.
So, can you tell us more about, it's the Illinois Lottery for...
Dispensary.
Yeah, I spoke too early. My bad.
You did. That's why I was trying to stop you.
Yeah, my bad.
So, long story short, as you all know, the state of Illinois allows, they call it adult use cannabis, retail sales. They don't call it recreational, they call it adult use. And they are going to give out some new licenses. Yeah, give out some new licenses.
Okay.
And the reason this, I believe, is important for people in Kankakee, or for all people, but specifically Kankakee, is because, one, this is my home.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I want to be able to put my people on. I mean, it's cool. I do, getting on somebody else's podcast over in Washington is cool, but, charity starts at home.
Shout out.
Charity starts at home.
We
so
appreciate you.
Yeah,
For sure.
Since I know this is happening, I know this is going on, and I know what it takes to run a dispensary. I know what it takes to have a license in Illinois, because my team, Bridge City Collective, we have 3 dispensary licenses, and a craft grow and a transportation.
Not 1, not 2, but 3.
And they're not in Kankakee. No offense to anybody, but I don't play where I lay.
Enough said.
That's smooth.
Enough said.
I learned that lesson. I don't play where I lay.
Got stories. I don't do it neither no more. I had to learn. You start losing jobs, you like, this just ain't working.
Exactly. You don't play where you lay. But a come up can be made if someone happens to win. And I love a good come up. Who don't love a ghetto blessing?
Right.
I'm trying to tell you.
So can you tell us what are the stipulations to sign up for this?
So this is for an adult use dispensary license.
What is it for again?
Adult use dispensary license.
Okay.
And anything you miss, you can go to idfpr.gov. I as in ice cream, D as in dog, F as in frog, P as in Portia, R as in Ryan.
Yes, sir.
.gov. To learn about the cannabis program here in Illinois. Mm-hmm. But what they're going to be doing is an opportunity to win a license in a lottery. The state of Illinois is actually going to pull names like out of a hat, like in the lottery, and you will be able to, if you meet the criteria, you could win the golden ticket.
This is the golden ticket.
Purchase the golden ticket. No. If you win the golden ticket, you pay $250 to apply.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You apply online, and it's going to be very, name, address, phone number, very simple to begin with. This is going to be a very simple application online. You pay $250.
Write this down.
They put you into the balls. If they pull you, you have won a license.
Free.
For $250.
Okay.
You have won this license. Then after that, you have to prove your social equity.
Right.
What is social equity? And I'm looking this right here, like from my attorney. So this is Social equity, you must be 51% owned or controlled by one or more individuals who satisfy the social equity criteria. What's the criteria? Criteria A pertains to residency with an eligible census tract. What that means is you've lived in a DIA, a disproportionately impacted area, for the last 5 of the 10 years. And Kankakee 60901
01.
is a DIA.
All of it.
All of it. So, not 60964, but 60901. So, if you've lived there the last 5, at least last 5 years, you qualify just off that, off the strength.
Okay.
Off the strength of living in Kankakee for the past 5 years.
For sure.
And then the other one is a cannabis related offense. So if there's a law now where your cannabis offense would now be legal, you qualify. Or you are a victim of a firearm injury.
You have to have these things to be in this lottery.
One of the two. No. If you win the lottery, you have to prove that you are one of these things.
Okay, so I can't be in the lottery because I ain't got a firearm issue and I ain't never had no cannabis.
Are you from Kankakee? Have you lived here 5 of the past 10 years?
Oh, yeah.
Then you qualify. If you lived in Kankakee.
Let me borrow $250. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And so also, if you go to idfpr.gov, there's a map and you can type in your address because this is for across the state. So type in your address and it'll tell you if you are in a DIA or not.
We definitely need to, We definitely going to be.
So everyone who's lived in Kankakee, regardless of gun charge or drug charge, if you 5 of the past 10 years, there's a 99% chance you qualify. And 21.
Okay.
And 21.
Okay.
And then if you win, at that point, then you have to do all the other stuff. You have to like find the building and prove and all this other stuff. And at that point, you can partner with someone or you can. So here's where the come up could come. These are hypothetical situations. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just putting hypothetical situations out there.
This is not advice.
This is not advice. You could enter into this lottery for $250. You could win said golden ticket. These tickets sell for $3 to $5 million to investors. So you could take $250 if you won. You could possibly maybe sell it for $3 to $5 million. I'm just saying.
There'll be a lot of people putting in $250 after this.
I'm hoping so. Because that's major, man. Because a lot of people was getting in trouble for that.
That's a quick come up.
Having it. Yeah. So to go from that to winning the damn lottery, they helping you trying to get something.
Yeah.
And,
people say, well, if you sell it, you're getting rid of generational wealth. This is a way for you to build generational wealth. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to give it away anyway.
Oh, God.
That's everything. For sure.
Hell yeah.
Right?
You better learn your craft.
So if you plan on entering into this, you need to have a plan.
Right.
Your plan either needs to be, I'm going to get this money and I'm going to figure out how to stand one up on my own. Or I'm going to find me a partner and I'm going to be willing to give up some of my ownership to get a partner who can help me be successful. Or I may think about selling it. Yeah. But you need to have a plan in place if you're going to apply.
Hypothetically, this is not advice. This
Correct.
is none of that. She's just talking.
I'm just talking about what I'm talking about.
Craig, we ain't nothing like that, Craig.
I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Exactly.
Nothing like that.
So, just think about, what your options may be because, maybe hypothetically you want to sell your golden ticket for $4 million, and then you want to go buy 7-8 wing stops. That's still generational wealth.
They got thighs.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You pretty much just applying for it just to get you away anyway. How you want to look at it.
I mean, so
you could win this lottery because then you won the lottery.
I'm hitting some. I'm hitting one of them.
Exactly. So I think it's important that people know this is going on. So you can really think about, does this make sense for me?
Yeah.
Right.
Is this something I could do? And if I did win it, what would I do? And then how can I move forward? And who can I talk to even think this thing through?
Right.
So I just think it's important that people have the information.
Right.
So that they can make the best decision for them. They will start taking applications on January 30th. Okay. And will end on Valentine's Day.
14 days.
So, yeah, 2 weeks, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, I mean, the online application is really, really almost like a job application.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the after part.
Where the work is at?
Yeah, where work is at. Yeah. Okay. And they have the list of all the things that you need on idfpr.gov.
We definitely want to make sure we put this at the bottom.
Yeah.
I will say.
Can you say the site one more time?
IDFPR, Illinois Department of Federal Regulations. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So because you've done the beginning, let's say Broke Dusty wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah. Broke Dusty wins. He put his $250 in. He gonna hit.
Oh, he gonna hit. Okay.
Look how serious he is when he tell you go hit. He gonna hit, right? Mm-hmm. He got more confidence than luck.
Like
so
Barry Bonds, I'm gonna hit it. Yeah.
What are the? I know that you're saying that there are steps that you have to go through. So he don't want to sell it. He has the capital to do whatever needs to be done. Can you walk us through the steps how you had to do it in the beginning? I'm sure it may be a little different in Illinois, but what are the steps in the beginning that a person will be looking forward to walk through?
So when you apply, they're gonna make you pick a BLS region. This is on the website.
Okay.
And when you apply, you put in your one for that region. So if let's say you want in Kankakee County.
Okay.
First, you got to pick your spot.
Okay.
And when you pick your spot, you have to make sure that they allow cannabis. So you need to go and talk to the powers that be, the planning and zoning, or the mayor, or whomever,
right?
And say, and be honest and upfront. Yeah. I want to open a cannabis license, dispensary here.
Right.
What are the steps I need to take? Go to them first.
That makes sense, yeah.
And then where is the zoning for this? Because you can't go everywhere.
Right.
Right? So you go to them and say, this is what I'm looking to do. How can I do this in your town?
Right. Right.
That's step one.
Okay.
Because if they say no, you got to go to another town. Every town can make their own rules.
Right.
So
we're going to go to Lansing. So all the people over there in Northwest Indiana.
Yeah.
Don't y'all steal our idea. Come on, go to Lansing.
You ain't just going to stay here?
Gonna
stay here in the light.
Well, if you gotta stay in the area you want. You gotta stay in the area that you win in. So you go to the map and you can pick one area. That
right, but that area I originally picked is where I gotta stay.
Yes.
You notice I already told them we going to. Yeah. That's what I was doing.
Gotcha.
We going to Lansing.
Yeah, so you go to them and you say.
Chicago allowing them. That's Cook County.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
We just gotta figure out where they coming.
Yeah.
Right off 9094, they coming.
Boom.
We'll figure.
Don't take our all-in show. What's the name of our shop?
We're gonna figure it out.
What's the name of our shop?
Broke Dusties.
Dang, I ain't even in it. I'm in the whole joint.
Yeah.
The other
joint. Gonna say buy Hollywood Hardware and the little cursive letters up there. You gonna be on the sign.
You gotta squint at it like this.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
my
you
bad.
good.
Go ahead. My bad.
This is your show.
We gonna make it work.
It's your show.
I'm just the host.
Yeah, this
y'all the stars. I'm chilling. Yeah.
Yeah, we here listening to you.
So that's step one.
Okay.
And really, that will then dictate everything else, because that dictates where you can go,
right?
Which dictates how much your building gonna cost, which is gonna dictate the budget.
Is the insurance on the cannabis industry expensive? Like, because I have to.
Yeah, it is.
Is all that
it
included in the ticket?
No.
You gotta pay for
the
that.
ticket is just a ticket. That's it.
Okay.
So I would say if you're gonna stand one up like on your own, probably around the $1.5-2 million mark.
Okay.
Around it.
Okay. That ain't too bad.
Yeah, ain't too much.
Dusty got 7 jobs. We had it in a couple years. We'll be all right.
Yeah, we gonna have it. Yeah.
So.
Especially when you win that lottery. The other one.
Man.
You gonna win all the lotteries.
I just want to win one. I may hit a couple, but I know I'm hitting one big one for sure.
Okay.
So once I do, I'm gonna need your services to get all this.
Got you.
For sure.
I see both y'all looking at me. It's my turn again, all right?
You got the questions.
I questions.
I honestly didn't write a lot of questions for this because I assumed it was going to be a little more information on it.
So, well, I mean, there can be a lot of information on it. So, here's the thing. Getting into the space, there are a lot of things you really have to think about.
Yeah, that's
like you really, really, really have to think about. Like I was telling you all earlier that when I, went to my bank account and I had to put cash in, and I told them I was a stripper.
Right.
Because they accepted that answer.
Bands will make her dance.
Shout out.
Stupid. So you really have to think about banking.
That's true.
You have to think about your safety.
Yeah.
Right? That's when I said I don't play where I lay.
Right.
I'm not pointing a finger at anybody because I've not had issues in Kankakee. But I don't even want people thinking about, because I experienced this in Oregon. I don't even want people imagining how much money they think I have and knowing where I live.
That's true. I don't know where you live, so I ain't
No,
putting that at
you
the
don't
bottom.
know the license plates on my car. You know, I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't like, because these kids, they different.
They definitely
This younger
different.
generation different. You know, I was born in 81.
Right.
I grew up in the crack era here. And it was still a level of respect that seems to be missing in these new generations.
A lot of these young dudes too be getting sent by these older cats though too.
And it's by drugs too.
Yep, so it all depends.
So
they definitely doing more drugs than our generation.
The different kinds. So I'm just, you really have to think about security.
Yeah.
Like your security. You really have, like I said, I was working 7 days a week, open to close.
They knew where to
If you
find
have a
you.
family.
Right.
If you have kids you have to pick up from school, if you have a husband to tend to or a wife to tend to, you have to think about how many hours can I dedicate to my business and still my family. Yeah. That's essential. You can't let your family fall apart over some money because you're gonna get the money and then what?
I ain't got no children and I'll do the work.
You'll do the work.
But I'm gonna be 51%. You gonna win the ticket, but I'm gonna be 51%.
You gotta think about learning inventory.
Yeah.
You have to learn it. You have to learn the bio-track.
And you gotta learn the strands, the brands, the lingo.
You need to, if you've never ran a business, you have to do accounting. You have to hire. Okay, there are no tax write-offs.
That's huge. Did you hear that?
There are no tax, none. No tax write-offs. It's called 1080E. Look it up. 1080E. Tax code. Look it up.
You pay for them lights? Cool.
Right.
Pay your taxes.
That's what's up.
Cool.
That's what's up. Them some nice lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have to think about that. You have to think about
transportation.
Getting
you back and forth.
Getting back and forth. You have to think about
where are you buying it from.
They'll come find you.
They'll find you?
They'll find you. I mean, we got a Cresco right out here, out by KCC.
Do we?
Yeah. Cresco been out here 5 years.
What is Cresco?
It's a cannabis grower. One of the largest in the States.
Really? You knew that?
No, I ain't know.
But I had to, I don't mind.
Yeah, Cresco's out here.
Now, normally I would say it's 5th graders and 6th graders, but I can't push off the...
They'll come.
Yeah.
You have to stay on top of the laws.
Yeah.
I'm sure those are forever changing.
They're forever changing. You have to get badged. You have to get licensed. You have to take a dispensary agent training course. That costs about $200. You have to remember that before you even open your doors, you're going to have to spend probably bare minimum $200,000 before you make a dime.
That's what I heard, about $200,000-$300,000
minimum, because you got to pay for your building,
right?
And then there's the green tax. As soon as they hear cannabis, all the prices go up on everything.
Yeah.
And you have not made a dime, so you have to be able to keep putting money into this thing that's not going to give you money back.
And you're not going to be able to get credit.
And you don't get credit
initially.
For it. Period.
Ever.
Well, as far as getting money initially.
Oh, money, yeah, getting money. Yeah,
eventually it's gonna come.
But most of the time you can open up a line of credit off your business or whatever.
No lines of credit.
None of that. Everything has to be cash.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I ain't taking no check.
So, if
because my grandma would have wrote you a check.
No, Granny.
No, Granny.
If I cash.
So
don't cash
that cash and then who's gonna do the work? Who's the person that's gonna be there every day?
Right.
You have to get an architecture firm to build out. You have to get one of the most. We were looking at our security room, right? And we wanted to add this kind of door. And I was like, oh, we should add a door. And they were like, add $6,000 to your bill. For a door?
For a door.
Think about that.
No line of credit up front. Just run that $6,000.
For a door.
for a door. A door.
This must have been a really dope door, though.
It was.
Batman.
It was. But but it was $6,000.
This door go to Darian house. Shout out to Darian Walker.
Shout out.
Man, he got a dope. I mean, that's another episode. We'll come back to
What's
him.
up, though?
So, you got to think about, this is money I have to part with.
Right.
For all up front. You still got a family. You still got to eat. You may have to quit your job to go work at this dispensary.
Right. And bring in minimal money initially.
Yeah. Can you afford that?
Yeah.
Something that I did, and it was just like innate, but I'm glad I did it. I raised all my credit card limits.
Right.
Because you can't, when you go back to them and they ask you, what do you do for a living? You put down cannabis.
It's over.
Trying to get a mortgage for a home. You want to buy a home?
Yeah, what do you do for a living?
So you told everybody something different or the same thing?
Well, so I was in Oregon. They cool. Yeah. Oregon was like, all right. I mean, they ask you, do you sell weed? Because they have a person for you.
Right.
We have a weed department.
Right.
Like, I was looking at Teslas, and he was like, are you using cannabis money or regular money?
He was like, cannabis.
Yeah. They accommodate you in Oregon. They don't accommodate you in Illinois.
Not Illinois, because they ain't found a way to tax it.
Right. So you have to think about, if you plan on buying a home soon, how are you going to do that with your income being from cannabis?
And then if you plan on leaving, because, you start making some money. Eventually, you're going to make some money, right? Then you think about leaving. You can't go over to Indiana with that. Indiana going to laugh at you. You can't go to...
You can be creative. You
can be a stripper, like you said. But, again, so I work for a bank. And part of that verifying that income, you got to bring a paycheck. If you ain't if you ain't bringing a paycheck or a pay stub, you got to bring a W-2. You ain't got a W-2, well, I need to know the name of your business. I got to dig a little further. I need your banking information. I'm eventually going to find out what you do. So, yeah, you're right.
So much stripping you can do.
Only so much stripping.
Well, I mean...
so you just...
I don't believe that.
I'm not saying you can. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying think about...
She gave you a look.
Just think about it.
It's a lot to it.
And maybe you need to go on your spouse's name. Maybe you need to buy these things before you do it.
People to even do that.
Yeah, because even employees, if you're not there, can I trust you with this merchandise? Because I'm accountable for it, regardless if you steal it or not.
Yeah, so you got to think about those things. You got to think about buying a car
because you got transported.
Yeah. I mean, for yourself. Like this, they're going to ask for income again.
Right.
They're asking income again.
Right.
All the things that require income, just think about how this affects your life.
Right.
Think about...
your light bill. They're going to ask you. Yeah, they're going to ask you what you do.
What you do for a living?
They're going to ask you what you do.
That's crazy.
Who you got for your lights?
Aqua definitely going to ask you.
Aqua got your lights?
Where you at? What's your occupation, player?
Aqua got your lights?
I mean, not man, you know what I'm
your
saying.
lights is wet?
You know.
I'm messing with you, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to ComEd.
Yeah, ComEd, no.
Y'all want a little bit of a lot.
All your utilities.
All of them.
They're going to ask what you do before they even hook you up.
I never experienced this, but people I know said like they've had issues with their families.
Oh yeah.
People who are against it. Trying to explain it to their kids. I'm waiting on the day somebody asks me come in for career day. I'm waiting.
Let's go.
Career day. I'm gonna be in there. I don't have shame.
Legit Trappin finna be on everything.
Giving the kids t-shirts.
Here's one for you.
Would you do like motivational speaking?
Yeah, I'm actually getting into that. I was just telling Ryan earlier, like, I'm surprised that people care about what I have to say. It surprises me.
Why? Why you think that? Because you have a lot to say.
Because it's just my regular life. It doesn't seem special to me.
I completely understand. He always tell me all the time, you really good at hosting this. And I'm like, bro, I just do what I normally do in my everyday life.
I mean,
But the way he act on the show, I couldn't do it. I tell him all the time, especially the behind the scenes. Non-stop. He showed you the special project he working on.
Yeah.
The editing and all of that is him. So, plus he's promotion. He's everywhere. He's the reason we number one in Belgium.
Number one in Belgium.
Belgium.
Shout out to Belgium.
Hopefully they send y'all some stuff.
Man, we can't.
Hopefully.
We can't tell y'all to sell weed in the States from Belgium, but If y'all can do that there, just do that. Just
Shout
take
out to
this
Bell,
and
my boy.
put it together. Shout out to Bell.
Yeah, that's
And
all I
the
got.
US too, Australia.
Where
We
else?
over there too, man.
Where else we hitting at? Tell us.
I'm gonna put the map up. I'm gonna just pull the map up so they can see.
You don't know a couple places we hitting on top of your head?
It said, well, Belgium number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Kankakee the land. Chicago.
We number 1 in Kankakee?
No. What? No.
You need to find
I
out.
don't think it level up
the numbers for that small area.
No, yeah, but
Shout out to the land.
But yeah, everywhere, man. We all through
New York
Chicagoland
was big.
Area. New York was big. Albany, Ashburn, Virginia.
Okay.
Whoever in Ashburn, they've been watching.
We love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Dallas for sure.
Hope Dusty gonna come out there and do a show for y'all.
It's crazy seeing it though, but I mean, it just showed that we gotta keep doing it and talking to great people. And
Definitely.
Appreciate
watching,
it.
You know, they ain't just watching us all the time.
And when you start your podcast, whatever you need from us, you want us as guests, you want us to help you walk you through whatever.
Show.
It's easy money. Let us
I
know.
will do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 2,000% honest.
Let's go.
And I'm not shading nobody because my dispensary didn't cost $2 million. I don't want y'all thinking ever that Portia had $2 million sitting in her house. She never did.
Ooh.
Okay, it was some money, but it wasn't $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
But most people don't have $2 million
Right.
in cash, extra sitting around. So
Right.
if you win, chances are you are not going to be able to fund it yourself. Let's be real and
Right.
let's be honest. You're not going to be able to fund it yourself. So, you are probably going to have to partner with someone. You need to be prepared up front to decide how much percentage of your business are you willing to give away. Go in knowing you're probably going to have to give something away.
Possibly to multiple people.
Multiple people.
Yeah.
You got to keep 51. That gives you 49 to give away. Be prepared. Don't be so, this is mine, I'm keeping all of mine, because you will lose it all.
Especially if you borrowing money from somebody.
Exactly. You're going to have to give something up. You got to give something to get something. So just be mindful. And it helps to have partners. You can't do it alone.
That's true.
No.
It really does help to have a support team. It helps people. It helps you to have someone to bounce ideas off of, split the work up. It's not a bad thing to be a partner. It's not a bad thing to take in other ownership. What's bad is picking the wrong people.
Right.
So you really need to vet these people when you bring them in, or make sure your contract is so ironclad that it's not an issue.
Just because y'all friends don't mean it's gonna work out.
Right.
You gotta be able to separate the two.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you need an attorney. You need to get you a good attorney. You need to get you a good contract.
Right.
You're gonna have to pay some money. And gotta be prepared to pay some money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you don't have a lot of it, find some people that you can work with.
We're gonna bring Darian in. Shout out to Darian Walker.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's my boy.
You know, find some people you
I'm
can
bringing him
work
in
with.
everything.
It is.
Yeah,
man.
everything.
It's find some people you can work with.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's don't be delusional on how much money you want.
Could you work with your sisters?
Dang.
I love it because it's the same here.
I mean, no, in different capacities.
I mean, me owning a business, even us as equal shareholders, I know it won't work
Why not?
because everybody doesn't work on a team level.
I mean,
You are who you are,
I don't know.
right? I see how you handle your everyday life.
But people grow though too. It's a different situation.
You can grow on your time, not on my dime.
There you go.
That's crazy.
You can come work for me.
We could work together in different capacities.
Talk to us. Explain
We
us
could
that.
work in different capacities, but one thing I've learned about me is to thine own self be true. And I'm a boss. I am not people's bosses. I'm not your boss. I'm not her boss. I have employees.
I'm a him.
And I'm not their boss.
Right.
I'm not a person's boss, but I am a boss in every situation. When checks are written, my name is on the front. So I am a boss. I am aware of that. I don't take well and kindly to certain conversations because you're not going to talk to me in any kind of way. So I know There are certain people I cannot work
Yeah.
with. Yeah. There are other bosses I can't work with because they don't respect me as a woman. And the level of boss that they think I should be because I haven't done what they've done. So I can't work with them. I know who I am. And since I know who I am, there's certain people I can't work with.
And with that, we're going to take a break. All In Show. We be back. Portia here. It's going down.
Big legend. That was 100.
Hey, that was the 2000 you was talking about.
Yeah.
These niggas cap like graduation. Love a nigga, congratulations. Real shit, I'm just glad you made it. Play with mine, no masturbation. Press for time to ejaculation. A royal mind can't rule a nation. I'm doing fine, nigga, fuck you hating. Third time I just dance.